Alright, what's up guys, back some more videos, and in today's video was Nick Walker overlooked in Chicago. Now, they're doing a lot of call outs with him. They're doing a lot of back and forth, putting him in, the first call out, the second call out, even what looked to be like the third call out at a certain point, just like leaving him in the middle and just bringing out other guys to kind of compare them to him. But he ended up taking fourth. Now, fourth for a pro debut was actually really freaking good. But some people thought he could have been as high as third. Now, I do want to compare him to Max Charles a bit closer, kind of give my opinion on, who wins shot for shot. Now, in terms of conditioning, Nick Walker brought it. Like he was freaking, peeled. Like him from the rear was freaking nuts, freaking insane. But when you talk about the entire package, that's a bit of a different story. So, front delt bicep. Now, with Max, I feel like obviously he does have better shape. He does have a better structure. Nick, his weakest thing about him is his structure. But I feel like he carries so much muscle that he almost overwhelms Max. Max downstairs doesn't have the biggest legs. Max actually, for the most part, has big arms, but next to a Nick Walker, the arms aren't that impressive. So I really would give the front double to Nick Walker. Now, Nick, I actually couldn't find a front lat spread. Nick actually doesn't have a good front lat spread at all. But I feel like Max would have taken that front lat spread easily. Anything from the side, I think Nick wins because Nick is just massive and just really big, really conditioned from the side. But to be fair, Max has brought up his hamstring from the side, that is, quite a bit. And he's pretty comfortable from the side as well, both in the, side chest and the side tricep. Now, the big thing is that when you turn them around, the difference in conditioning, the difference in detail, the difference in size, difference in just top to bottom, calves, hamstrings, glutes, arms, shoulders, back, it is literally night and day. Nick Walker just washes Max Charles. It's not even funny. He just has too much going on in the back for Max to even hang, in my opinion. Max's biggest weakness is his conditioning, it's his conditioning, right? It's kind of weird because Max actually brings crazy freaking conditioning from the front, but he suffers massively from any real detail from the back. It's kind of weird how a guy could be absolutely peeled, covered in lines, covered in veins from the front, but when you turn him around, the rear is 5 weeks out kind of thing. So it's kind of weird how half the body's in shape and the other half isn't. But in Max Charles' case, that's the case. I mean, half of his body's in shape and the other half isn't. Now, with it not being in shape, he actually has a really wide back. I just don't feel like it showcases literally at all in the back double or the lat spread. Whereas Nick, you can tell how thick it is, man. You can tell where the lats insert. You can see the rhomboids and traps and, the lats and how peaky the biceps are. The glutes are detailed. The glutes are tight. I don't know, man. I feel like when you break it down, Nick probably should have walked away with a third place finish here. And Max was pretty off. I mean, this isn't a Max that we saw at New York. This isn't the same Max we saw at California. This Max Charles was, in my opinion, kind of off. He just didn't bring the same level of conditioning that he brought a couple weeks ago in the other shows. But for the most part, obviously, he took third over Nick, but I just don't agree with it. Now, the most muscular, Max has one of the best hands together, most musculars in the game. Because his chest is so detailed and so striated. His abdominal veins are just freaking nuts. But Nick Walker is massive. I mean, I don't know, man. When we talk about Nick Walker, he's a big guy. He has really big legs, really big arms, and he has the same chest striations as Max. I mean, maybe not as detailed, but I just feel like Nick's combination of size, his combination of just conditioning, it overwhelmed Max quite a bit. The only thing Max has over him is just pure shape, and just being longer in the game. He has more years under his belt as a pro than obviously Nick Walker, this being his pro debut. So was it a more of a political move? Was it a thing of we've seen Max kind of get screwed at the New York Pro and at California? Maybe not screwed, but I mean, he's competed quite a bit, at the Arnold, where he placed, I believe it was 8th, which, he probably should have, probably been as high as 6th, to be honest. Was it kind of a situation where we kind of feel bad for him. We're going to give him third. I don't know, man, but I do feel like Nick Walker probably should have been that third place spot and Max should have been fourth. I feel like that would have definitely been an appropriate switch. I don't think Nick Walker should have beaten Justin. You could have compared them, and I feel like Nick Walker has a better, obviously bigger arms, but I don't know. Justin was in shape. Justin was peeled. Like, Justin was really freaking good, man. Like, he had a lot of conditioning. I don't know. Like, that's a different conversation if you want to talk about Nick Walker and Justin. But, do I feel like Nick got, maybe a little robbed, maybe a little